important divisional round matchup in the NFC between the Los Angeles Rams and the Washington Commanders. One of two spots in the NFC title game awaits the winner here as we're underway in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. On first down, they'll start out with Akers. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
From the 31, Stafford, he finds Hopkins complete. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then of course they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
So from the 36 now, first and 10. Stafford now to throw. So he stopped for no gain, and it'll be second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Second and 10. Here's Stafford. Open man is Atwell, complete. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. This one brought in by Jefferson. And they stop him up short of the first down as they get him at about the 43. On 4th down, Joseph Charlton on to punt. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And that ball's going to angle out at the 3-yard line. A beauty.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Here's Gibson to start the drive. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards. When he runs, he seems to do a nice job of knowing when to be patient and find the hole, and then when the hole is there, he goes quickly.
You're exactly right. He knows how to just take off, but you know what else? Brings a little thump.
And the Rams got him. They bring him down. Aaron Donald. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. Impressive individual effort there. No one was going to stop him around the edge.
Yeah, no doubt about it. And that's why if you're playing a 4-3 base and you're a defensive end, that's why you get the big bucks. They count on you to do everything. Defend the run and, of course, get to the quarterback.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
This is going to be the matchup to watch out on the perimeter, and it won't be the last time these two go at it. Both of them believe they are the superior. In this case, the win goes to the defense.
Looking long for Thomas, and that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
And that's exactly what defenses talk about. You've got to find ways to get off the field when you can, especially on 3rd down. And 3rd down defense going to be vital in this game. Able to knock that one away and force a 4th down.
Pulled in at the 24. They'll call that a 61-yard punt. He got all of that one. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. A big pickup of 38.
We saw these guys have some big plays in their wild card win last week, and they're certainly going to need to continue to put up plays like we just saw there if they hope to continue to move on in these playoffs.
So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Back to throw, Stafford. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. Stafford going to give this to Akers. About 3 yards there to the 27.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Off of play action. Here's Stafford. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Gay's kick is good. And the Rams have the first points here. It's 3-0. So after drive number 3 here, we have a score, and it's 3 points after the field goal.
I would say the feeling out process for both these teams, I'd say it's over, partner. Everyone understands what's going on now. You kind of probed a little bit. Now you want to start throwing the big shots. First 3 points up on the board could be significant.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
On 2nd and 9, Powell. Got this complete to Jahan Dotson. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
And they'll send the tight end in motion. Third and 1. Howell's going to throw it. Slings this deep from McLaurin. This is caught inside the 15. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Joey Sly on for the extra point. He's got it. They'll see that opening drive field goal and raise it a touchdown, and that makes it 7-3. Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them want to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Stafford. Complete. Jefferson the target. A 5-yard pass on first down and another 5-yard connection there. Now Stafford. He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 4 catches for him in the wild card win a week ago, and he's got his first here, and it's a first down. After one, 7-3 the score. Now a first down throw. Stafford finds the open target, Arnold. And some room to work. A big play there for L.A. 44 yards.
Well, and this is where quarterbacks' passing numbers sometimes get a little bit more inflated than they should, because this is a short little pass, but it goes for big yardage.
They'll run here with Henderson. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. To throw is Stafford. And he's just going to throw this one out of bounds here. Nowhere to go with it. Incomplete.
This is where good coaching and execution come into play, because down this close, you absolutely don't want to turn it over. Good job keeping that in mind as he escaped, bought time, and decided throwing it away was his best option.
A big one coming in this divisional round playoff. 3rd and goal. Stafford. And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Allen Robinson from 3 yards out. And the Rams have retaken the lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead is now 10-7. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Well, the football changing hands here, and as this offense takes the field, Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive, because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage, while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
Second down throw for Howell.
And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Terrell Lewis able to get in there and run him down for what's going to be a loss of 15 yards all told. Boy, tough spot here as they approach the line of scrimmage. A long way to go to try to pick up this first down.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Slings this deep from McLaurin. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Here's Tressway now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. He'll take it at the 42. A nice punt, but a good run back as well, 13 yards. And the Rams are going to start this drive in great field position as they take over. Stafford on 1st down. And incomplete on the deep ball. He was looking for Cooper Kupp there, but it'll be 2nd down. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. Can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
Here's a run with Akers on 2nd down.
And some space here. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line.
53 yards rushing for him now as he has been strong here in the first half of this divisional round matchup.
So all the way down close to the goal line. Good blocking up front. Helped to spring him.
When this drive is over, he's got to get to the bench and sing kumbaya with the offensive line, doesn't he? Big-time openings for him. Gets him all the way down to the 2-yard line. Let's see if they can pound it in.
Akers is into the end zone. Touchdown, L.A. Nice job of polishing off that drive, but all the credit there goes to that play prior.
Yeah, it certainly does, because after that big play, I think resistance almost felt futile at that point, didn't it? And the very next play, they come right back, quick, fast, and in a hurry, and put it in the end zone.
After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away.
This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They find themselves down 17-7 as they start this drive 1st and 10. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Off play action. It's Howell.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Aaron Donald.
That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles. And that front 7 defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance. They've got to get the ball out of his hands a lot quicker.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Oh, I thought he had that one, and that was nearly a big 3rd down conversion to give this drive some life. Instead, they're on the spot and help separate the receiver from the ball.
And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds.
At their own 27-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. It sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively.
The Rams on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Now it's Stafford. Going up top for Kupp. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
And Joseph Charlton on now to punt.
Taken in at the 11. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll.
And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3 and out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
Now throwing on first down here.
And this will be caught at the 30. Touchdown, Washington.
Tyron Johnson.
65 yards.
And the Commanders are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. The extra point by Sly is up and good.
And the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. The kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts.
As the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. To try again after the sack. Stafford. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
He finds his man, complete. That's Arnold.
2nd and 8.
play fake it at Stafford. And the Washington pressure gets to him. He will go down. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half.
All about the offense so far this drive, putting something sustained together. But the defense, they responded on that play. Second and manageable became 3rd and long. The drive marching to the end zone is one play from stalling out.
So now Stafford and the Rams after the sack. Now they're staring up at a 3rd and long. Now back to throw. He finds Robinson. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 37. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Stafford. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep over the middle. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. Tutu Atwell in the final seconds of the first half. And the Rams would extend their lead here just before halftime. And just before the half ends, the prayer is answered. Defensively, a disaster there.
I know often we're surprised when this actually works. I mean, the excitement level goes way up, but maybe we shouldn't be because I know as a defender, you've got to play the ball in this situation, but you can't interfere with the receiver because, remember, it's a spot foul, and it'd be 1st and goal if it happens in the end zone, and you don't want to give up that play, and that little bit of hesitancy often works really well for offensive guys.
So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC divisional round matchup as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon. A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And Charles, that had to be an interesting locker room at halftime. This is a team that's had so much success this year. Haven't really had to deal with a lot of adversity at halftime, to be honest. But now here they are with their playoff lives on the line.
And I think when you're alluding to that interesting locker room, you're just wondering, how are they handling that bit of adversity that they're seeing right now? Because I think this is a team that has to look to lean on the veterans at this point. We know we're better than this. We've proved it all season. Let them disseminate that confidence through the locker room. But this opening drive, it'll be an important one for them to give them a little jolt of confidence moving forward.
On 2nd and a yard. Powell taking a shot for Samuel. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big pickup of 38.
We have seen big plays from both quarterbacks throughout this game, and there's another one right there. Going back and forth, almost like two excellent guitar soloists trying to top each other with each additional play.
And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. So 2nd and 4 from the 22. Here's Howell. Pushes him over to the right side and complete to Thomas. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 12-yard line. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Shotgun handoff to Gibson. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
2nd and 4. They could still get a first down without scoring. Once more, Gibson. And this play doesn't work at all as he's going to be marked down behind the line after the dive. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. The defense was ready for the run-pass option, diagnosed it perfectly.
Not only did they stack him up at the point of attack, but he was met by a host of light-colored jerseys.
That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he will not be able to get the first as he can get this only down to the 5. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be 4th down.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender. But a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a 4th down.
Sly able to put this one through, and this is back down to a 7-point game. So they were facing the deficit coming out of the locker room at intermission, and at least they're able to get the field goal to cut into that deficit.
Yeah, now your offense feels pretty good about itself, right? A little bit more up to speed coming out of the break. You turn to your defense now and say, hey, we got 3 there. We're chipping into the lead. Can you help us out? Hold them. Let's get the ball back for us.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They'll begin on the ground with Akers. And he'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Throwing is Stafford. He'll find a man over the middle. Tutu Atwell. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll run on first down with Akers. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
On 2nd and 9, Stafford going for Jefferson downfield. And he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete.
There is something to a game plan. We're trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep, try to throw some air under it, and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they run successful.
He'll get this one complete to Atwell. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. His 5th catch tonight, and it's good for a first down.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the 3rd downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the 3rd quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Play action. Stafford. And that one complete to Keene, the tight end. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Stafford now to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect him to have more completions to him in this game.
And Gay knocks this one through, and that will extend their lead even further. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're no too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done. And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
After the sack on first down, Howell. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. The pressure really ratcheting up. They get the sack on first down, then a near sack. They got to him there just as it was leaving his hand.
Yeah, they might need to change their pass protection scheme a little bit. Maybe bring another guy into the backfield to help protect the quarterback, because that was awfully close.
Howell throwing on third down here. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag is down. This could possibly be a push-off. So they decline it as that will bring up fourth.
And I know that yardage and field position are keys to any game played, but you've got to consider downs when you're talking about penalties. And they wisely did not take that one and made it fourth down.
Here's Tressway now, standing just outside his own goal line. This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. Stafford and the Rams come up, 1st and 10. Just shy of the 30. Now Stafford. That'll be caught. It's Cup. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. They'll give this to Akers running right. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. The offense on third down tonight, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 8. To the right side and complete to Jefferson. And they stop him up short of the first down as they get him at about the 43. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And that's going to make it 4th down. Here comes the Rams punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. That'll be out of bounds, and how good was that? They'll say the 3-yard line. That's where they spot him.
That's double win there, partner. You keep out of the return man's hands, and you pin him inside the 5-yard line. Pretty darn good.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And this could be the defining moment of their season, all hyperbole aside. You're trailing here in the 4th quarter, the divisional round, and they need to come up with something as they get this drive started. Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. On the counter, Gibson. Room here to run. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. 56 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. Now they can breathe a little easier, some room to operate as they've got it 1st and 10 now out past the 20. First down, Howell to throw. Flush to his right. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
That was earning a first down the hard way. You want your quarterback to be a scrapper, but you also want to keep him upright. He paid for that first down by taking a big-time hit.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. The man in motion left here, Johnson. On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
This time they'll throw it with Howell. Open man is Samuel, complete. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. 15 yards the pickup. First down, Washington.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a 1-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
He'll get it across midfield down to the 49.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback land on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. From just shy of midfield, Howell. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. There he goes, right side. And he will bring it back. It's an interception return for a Rams touchdown. And that pick six, that was the first turnover forced by the defense in this ballgame, CD.
And what's even better is when they finally forced one, they kept the effort up and were able to return it for a score. They could hear their defensive coaches saying to them, hey, getting the interception's great. Can you do more with it? Turn it into a big play. And they did exactly that.
Extra point by Gain is up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Their hopes of advancing past this divisional round hanging by a thread, if that, as they begin here with a 1st and 10 on the wrong side of the scoreboard. This is intercepted. Picked off by David Long. Well, just another reason to celebrate there on the defensive side with the interception, and this is a game that they clearly have firmly in their grasp.
Yeah, a lot of handshakes, a lot of hugs, a lot of smiles. It's been their day.
A give up the middle to Akers. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. When this offense gathers to watch the tape, they're going to like a lot of what they saw. They put up big numbers, but they might fast forward through that last play.
Oh, there won't be any fast forwarding, partner. I've sat in those sessions before. You end up spending more time on the bad plays than you do on the good ones. It's just the nature of coaches. But I know sitting in that room, when you've had a big game, the night that they've had, you don't want to hear that. You just want to focus on the good stuff. Oh, I saw this one with defensive eyes because even as he escaped the pocket and bought time, the coverage stayed tight. Nothing broke down. Throwing it away, that was his only option.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Out of the gun, Stafford. Trying to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. A 1st and 10 here for Howell and the Commanders at their own 23. They'll start on the ground with Gibson. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 72 yards rushing now for Gibson. He's got a 1st down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Howell to the air on 1st and 10. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
They'll go play action. Howell. And the Rams got him. They bring him down. So 3rd down, and defensively the Rams have added 2 extra DBs. He's going to let it fly. He's got a man complete. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line. So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
Partner, they've been aggressive, airing it out all game long, and no better evidence than those last 2 snaps. They weren't going to beat this coverage, though, 2 plays in a row, and that one falls incomplete.
On 2nd and 10, Howell. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Curtis Samuel, 30 yards. And the Commanders have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally. But here comes the onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. Now a give. Akers running left.
Oh, no, he lost the football. And the offense will get this one back. Boy, that could have been catastrophic at this late stage of the game, but they avoid disaster.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
They'll go with Akers here up the middle.
And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout,
as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Gay's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still ate up time, got points, so while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
They can't do much at this point, partner. This one is going to go down in the loss column.
You don't make up for what has happened during the game in this sequence here. Maybe you hand it off and let someone run the ball if you so choose. But otherwise, just kneel down, call it a day, and try and prepare going forward.
And he'll have a quick first down here as he gets out of bounds to stop the clock.
That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Here's Howell.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. It's caught at the 10. A huge play there for Washington. 54 yards. And they have secured a spot in the conference championship, and now you can start to smell it at this point in the season, can't you?
You really can, because the focus has been one game at a time, not looking ahead. But when you get to the conference championship game and you know you're there, the Super Bowl does loom in the future.